Hey guys, HPJ here, and I'm pretty sure you guys are trying to figure out what this is. Well, if you haven't already read the title of the video, well, here's the video itself. So, I have one of my mail orders recently come in from Japan, and it's all my Rush Tool stuff. So, even before I started building the deck, Rush Tool cards have came. I'm very happy I got my Rush Duel cards. The reason why I'm very happy is because these are the Rush Duel cards I ordered back in June. There were a ton of orders I did back in June that unfortunately have not come because there were issues and complications with my entire address. So happy that I finally got this. Well, I got most of it fixed out. I did get some of my money back. Two stores that I have not heard from are trying to wait to see if the orders came back to them, and then they're saying they're either going to refund me my money or they're going to resend me the items that I asked for. So I definitely want to get into all of this because it is, the main purpose of this is to show the cards that I did receive. If you have not already watched or looked at my Instagram, which is of course already shown the cards that I have, but I do want to go into the video of it just to show you guys on YouTube what it is before I actually put all these into the deck, because the deck will start being fixed up as soon as possible. So starting off are of course the biggest hooray and hurrah, Harpie Lady 1, 2, 3. I finally got the other fusion monster, the main fusion monster I needed for my extra deck for Rush Duel, because of course it's Harpie. And number two is simply just because I have been waiting for these. And sadly, before the Forbidden Limited list for Rush Duel happened, I was going to build a deck list that included all three. And it included more of a bigger variation of Yu-Gi-Oh! Set up for my Harpies. But unfortunately, yeah, this card is only limited to one. So the other two are going to be seen in the binder. Next to that is the 3 copies of my Harpie Saliel in her light skirt. Sorry if my cards are starting to stick together, so I really got to give them in the sleeves. So this is Saliel from Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel. She is the other anniversary pack card that I was waiting for, and the second of the 3 fusion monsters that I paid for. She, of course, is the fusion variant of Harpie Saliel, just equipped with a quick spell that we still have not gotten, which I would love to see Harpies get. And yeah, this is definitely just the small wave of things. Moving on from that is my 3 copies of Ghost Cyclone. Another one of those fashionable in hell yeah cards situations that I wanted for my Rush Duel deck. Because we do play this card. There are other spells that are actually sitting in my my cart that I have not touched yet. Of course, Shiny Shady, Castle with Shining Bright Light, and then I was going to order Jester of the Cosmo Queen. I have to wait for like a really cheap purchase of that. Or we did get the announcement from the OCG that they're reprinting the card, so I could potentially just wait till the reprint comes and then buy that. But I am very happy to at least have these, because why not? So yeah. So alright, then from there are these last 2 cards, and they're the legend cards that I also ordered. Harpie no Haneboki and Compulsory Evacuation Device. I love me some Harpie no Haneboki, because this is, of course, the artwork most of us know from the TCG, because it was packed into almost every Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game around 2004. And that is simply because of it being the release of Harpie's Feather Duster outside of the tournament pack card. Because Harpie's Feather Duster was extremely. Well, you couldn't get Harpie's Feather Duster since you paid in the major tournaments that had tournament packs. So Harpie's Feather Duster did not get released worldwide until the video game started printing it. If you're in the EU, you got Harpie's Feather Duster with Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004. If you're here in the NA and most neighboring NA territories, you received Harpie's Feather Duster via Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, The Stairway to the Destined Duel, the game that was the sequel to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul. And I've actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul, both in its original adoration from Japan and its adoration in America. Um, I have to say there are so many key pieces to the Japanese version that I would love for the TCG version of to have. Hackers, modders, if you've already modded the game, can you please let me know? Because I would love a version of that so I can play that. Um, and what I mean is just basically when you played that game, you got different. First of all, you got different setups for the game because in the Eternal Duelist Soul version, the international release, you didn't have the pentagram circle, and in the different areas you could go around to change, like for each section, the trunk, the campaign, link duels, records, music and stuff like that, so you can basically change how you would hear things. And then like the records and stuff, deleting data. The password was actually in the options menu, so you have to go to the options to change it. Like if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection, you have access to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game, the first GBA game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters Expert 1, I believe is what it's called in Japan. And that was literally one of my favorites to experience, and I did experience it. I think it was pretty okay. It's very slow on a lot of things. You have to use multiple buttons in command, but luckily Eternal Duelist Soul did fix that, and then just overall fixing, everybody knows Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition came in to deal with that. But it sucks because there was music. All that music in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1 definitely has some really good music. I love the duel theme for the second duelist, or the second theme for dueling, which is really good. I love that one. Oh, it's lost, unfortunately, to not being in that game. Oh, it sucks. But everything else really cool. And I only bring this up because of the Harpie Feather Duster situation. Um, because this is supposed to technically be the first art, but if you remember, the manga and the anime came out first, which gave us the artwork of the Feather Duster sweeping over the House of Adhesive Tape, which is funny because in the original version of that, Harpie's Feather Duster was actually supposed to have a monster card under it. Excuse me. It's supposed to be a monster being swept up by the Feather Duster, which then turns out to inspire the artwork for its most recent release, which is Cyber slash Harpie Lady, holding a giant Harpie's feather, dusting away at her opponents. So hells yeah to that artwork, and because there's no Cyber Harpie in Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel, for all the smart reasons there's no new Harpie. Um, I'm kind of okay with that. Like NGL, not gonna lie. And then there are like a wave of other things to attach to it, but I want to say that for like a Harpie video to talk about changes for Harpies in terms of like the OCG and everything, and like Rush Duel and what things I like to see from Rush Duel for that. But with that wave of things, yeah, this is pretty much what I got for this haul. There is another haul coming for cars that I have not ordered, that I have ordered, but they're still coming. I just received like more information on them, so they're like either in Japan or they're just like these. They finally made it to America, but they're waiting for their distribution to be done because that is unfortunately one of the issues that I have when it comes to buying cars from straight directly from Japan and bringing them here. Is one is turfs, because thanks Trump. Two is simply because of the weirdness with um the weirdness that has to go on with tracking, because they finally gave me tracking for the Japanese orders. Finally gave me tracking. None of my American orders that were lost from June gave me tracking. None of them. Not at all. Still have not gotten anything back except for money. Only 3 out of the 5 orders that I did have given me money back. 3 out of the 5 did contact me. I had issues, of course, like I said in one video with Core TCG, but they ended up giving me my money back. And then TCG Player and them are still working with the other 2 shops to help me get my other cards back. That's Turtle Rock Gaming and Super Amazing Awesome. They're trying to work with me to get the rest of my other cards. Because they're saying they're having issues as well with a lot of cards and stuff that have returned to them. So they're supposed to message me. I haven't heard back from them since literally 6 days ago, so I'm going to message them again tomorrow. Or later on in the day at the time of recording. Just so I can see what's going on. If not, they're gonna issue me the refund. But that really sucks because I really wanted those cards from it. It was like Super Solar Nutrient. Yeah, it was Super Solar Nutrient. Oh, Relinquish Anima. There were the Gimme Ghoul cards that I ordered. The giant Gimme Ghouls. Yeah, the other 2 that I needed. Just to have the playset. I'm still waiting for those. Then the one order I had that was supposed to be the Link Monster. Yeah, unfortunately that got canceled because there was issues with the address situation. And the guys were like, hey, we're so sorry that happened. We didn't even receive the items coming back. So we're going to issue you your money. Core fought me tooth and nail. So thanks, Hector. So all the cards that were there were basically 2 copies of Malefic Cyber End Dragon, 2 copies of... Oh, I have the list actually right next to me. I can read it off to you guys. Just to let you know exactly. It was Mimighoul Slime and Mimighoul Fairy. It was 2 copies of Fairy, 1 copy of Slime. The 3 copies of Rare Dimensional Fissures from Crossover Breakers. Fun fact, I have some now because my locals had some. I literally found some in my locals. There are 3 copies of Mark of the Rose from Dual Power that I ordered. Unfortunately, not coming. The 2 Malefic Cyber End Dragons. The 2 Elder Entity Norton Platinum Secret Rare that are not coming. The 2 copies of Evil Swarm Ophion Platinum Secret Rare. The 3 copies of Super Rare Fiendsmith Engraver from Stampede. Platinum Secret Rare Harpie Channelers, which unfortunately I cannot get. A copy of Mystic Piper Ultra so that I can have a full set of those. My 3 copies of Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis, which I still have not gotten. That was canceled in that order. And I was going to make a Phoenician Phoenician deck for Edison. And unfortunately now I don't have it. Then there was the Mimighoul stuff, and then Ripplebird, which is also supposed to be included, but I did not get that either. And Mimighoul Throne was the card. Okay, so it wasn't they don't have a Link Monster. That's right, Mimighouls don't have a Link Monster. They just have Exceeds. And then the Super Solar Nutrient, the Anima, and then the Giant Ghoul, which are the ones that I have not received, but they're supposed to be on their way, and I still have to communicate with the sellers who are trying to help me as well. So hopefully all of that gets worked out. Actually, if you guys want a little sneak peek of everything in my cart currently, because I don't mind telling you guys what's in my current cart for TCG Player. It's a lot of Digimon. Oh, and some prices changed. Like 1 cent for like Parallel Teleport. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Wise are all the Duelist Advanced Psychic cards. So 3 copies of Absolute Axon Kicker, 3 copies of Cross Mind Archfiend, then 3 copies of Parallel Teleport, 3 copies of Psychic Blaster MK2, 3 copies of Psychic Omnibuster, 3 copies of Serene Psychic Girl, and 3 copies of Teleport Fusion. I'm still trying to get them Platinum Secret Rare Harpie Channelers, so 3 of them are in my trunk as well. 3 copies of a copy of Meteor Black Dragon. For whatever reason, I just want a copy of Meteor Black Dragon. I thought I had a Meteor Black Dragon. I guess I don't. I know I have a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and so I guess I wanted a copy of some of Joey's fusions because I'm also ordering a copy of a Black Skull Dragon as well. And then for Digimon, 3 copies of Hanimon, 3 copies of Karakuromon, 3 copies of Koshimon, and then 3 copies of Mirai Kinosaki that are also in this as well, but I have not pressed checkout because I've been poor. But there are a couple of other cards. Like I said, I'm still looking for things just to finish wrapping up. Because I want to build, I really, 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 really want to build the Digimon decks that I'm trying to build. And then I probably want to add some of these Mastermon cards as well. Because everyone was bitching at me about not having the Mastermon promo. Just for the record and just to show everybody what that looks like. Mastermon. From, I don't know which Mastermon it is. No, I do know which Mastermon it is. It's, the one that just went up like to $12.75. So, World Conversions BT21 promo pack. Oh, they're $15. So, okay, no. Yeah, no, they're like the lowest one here is 12.20. It's like 12.72. Everything else is literally $15. And that's like before the shipping. 14 isn't bad. It's like, and you need multiple of these. The reason why they're going up is because someone just tapped at a major event to start off the new wave of this season. And I'm just like, yeah, no. So if you don't believe me, bam. This is literally from TCG Player right now. And that's from Perfect Rares. And then, like, these are all the current ones right now. So, people want to ask me why I don't buy a whole bunch of cards. Is because of literally cards that I, quote, unquote, need, that other players say I need, they get very, very expensive. So, unfortunately, yes, some cards I just missed out on. And they didn't have any of the promo card from at my locals either. Because my locals does do Digimon, but they just don't have any of her. So, there's that little bit of information just to make sure that was clear. So, that's pretty much it for this mail order. I'll have another mail order once the other additional cards come in that I'm not going to spoil. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel because it helps me out tremendously. If you guys want to see more package openings, let me know. And then maybe once I order the stuff that's in my trunk and added some additional cards to it, I'll be able to go ahead and just go from there. So thanks everybody. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Socials are in the description box. And I'll catch y'all next time. It's CJ signing out. Take care.